Hello everyone, my name is Alan Irons. I'm currently a psychology student at Kaiser University. Over the past few weeks I have been exploring one of the most influential theories in modern psychology, and that is the five-factor model, also known as the Big Five. This model, developed by psychologists Robert McCrae and Paul Costa, describes personality through five broad dimensions: openness to experience, conscientiousness, extroversion, agreeableness, and neuroticism. These traits often remembered by the acronym OCEAN to help explain the patterns of our thoughts and our behaviors and emotions that make each one of us unique. What makes the five-factor model so valuable is it is not only just a theory, it's backed by decades of research across multicultural studies and even links to genetics and brain structure. Whether you're extroverted and outgoing, or highly organized and dependable, or emotionally sensitive or reflective, the Big Five offers a meaningful way to understand how these traits influence our lives. In this video, I will walk you through each of the five traits, explain what it means to score high or low on them, and reflect on how my own personality results help me to better understand myself. So let's get started. A brief history. The roots of the five-factor model of personality go back to the 1940s and the 1950s, when psychologists like Raymond Cattell and later Ernest Tupes and Raymond Cristal began identifying constant patterns in how people describe personality traits. However, it wasn't until the 1980s when Robert McCrae and Paul Costa formally developed the model that we now know as the Big Five. Originally working at the National Institute of Health, McCrae and Costa were researching personality stability and changes across the lifespan. Through extensive factor analysis of personality surveys, they consistently found that the five broad dimensions for their model was openness, conscientiousness, extroversion and agreeableness, and neuroticism. They kept appearing in the data, and these traits showed up across different cultures, age groups, backgrounds. It didn't matter. Their findings gained widespread acceptance in the psychology science. The Big Five became one of the most well-researched and validated models in personality psychology, thanks to, in part, the ability to predict behavior, health outcomes, and even career success. Today, it remains a gold standard in both academic research and practical applications, like hiring, therapy, and self-assessment. Alright, so explanation of the five traits. Open to experience, that's the O for the ocean. Openness refers to a person's level of imagination, their curiosity, creativeness, and preference for novelty and variety. It reflects how open-minded and receptive someone is to new ideas and experiences. High score would be imaginative, adventurous, enjoys abstract concepts and artistic expressions. These people also that score high on openness often like to travel. They enjoy philosophy and creative hobbies. Someone with a low score is somebody that would prefer a routine. They're really structured, familiar experiences, and they really have concrete thinking. How this impacts behavior and personality. People high in openness tend to be more creative. They're open to new perspectives and experiences, and tolerant of ambiguity. This can lead them to explore unconventional careers or philosophies. Those low in openness may be more traditional, value structure and stability. Now, the second C for the Big Five is conscientiousness. It's defined as conscientiousness as A tendency to be organized, responsible, hardworking, and goal-oriented. It involves self-discipline, careful planning, and reliability. People who score high on conscientiousness are organized, dependable, self-motivated, likely to meet deadlines, and stick to routines. People who score low on conscientiousness, they'll seem more disorganized, they'll be spontaneous, kind of all over the place, basically impulsive. They may struggle with time management, long-term time planning, and they may have risky behaviors, such as not wearing a seatbelt or heavy drinking. How this impacts behavior and personality. High conscientiousness is linked to academic success, career success, as well as good health habits. Low conscientiousness might lead to more spontaneous lifestyles, but also challenges with the follow through and reliability. Next, we come to extroversion. Extroversion affects how outgoing, sociable, and energized somebody is by social interaction. It also includes assertiveness and the tendency to experience positive emotions. High score examples are outgoing, talkative, assertive, enjoys being around people. They also draw energy from social situations. People who score low on extroversion, they tend to be reserved, quiet. They prefer solitude or small groups of people, one at a time. And they also, when they do spend time around people, they also need to have alone time to recharge from being around so many people. It takes their energy to be around so many people. How extroversion has an impact on behavior and personalities. Extroverts are often seem to be as enthusiastic and action oriented. They may thrive in leadership roles in social careers. Introverts, on the other hand, may prefer introspective work, meaningful one-on-one relationships, and they may manage stress more effectively. Next, we come to agreeableness. Agreeableness is defined as the degree to which a person is compassionate, cooperative, and motivated to maintain positive social relationships. A high score of agreeableness, you'll see that they are kind, they're empathetic, they're helpful, they're considerate. They really value harmony and getting along and making sure everybody's on the same page, and they really tend to avoid conflict. People who score low on agreeableness, they're competitive, skeptical, they're blunt, they just tell you how it is, don't really care how they come across so much. They can even be a little manipulative and come off as manipulative. They definitely are going to prioritize themselves over others and what their needs and wants are. They're not really going to be a good team player. They're going to be more about themselves, not really thinking as a whole, as a group. Agreeableness impacts behavior and personality by people are more likely to work well in teams that are agreeable. They may be more trusted by others, and they also like to resolve conflicts peacefully. Those low in agreeableness might be more confrontational, but can excel in competitive or high stakes environments like business, and so on. Finally, the last of the big five is neuroticism. Neuroticism refers to the tendency to experience negative emotions like anger, anxiety, and depression. It measures emotional stability to stress and how people react to stress. The key is react. They don't really respond. They more like react impulsively. People who score high on neuroticism tend to be easily stressed, prone to worry and have mood swings. They may struggle with self-confidence, social settings that way, and seem kind of edgy. People who score low, on the other hand, they'll be calm, they'll be resilient, and emotionally more balanced and even keeled. They're less reactive, more of like they'll respond instead of react, which is that impulsive part of neuroticism. Um, they take feedback really well, even if it's negative feedback. They tend to they're more resilient. They can handle that better. Um, neuroticism impacts behavior and personality. Um, High neuroticism can affect mental health and create challenges in emotional regulation. However, it can also promote sensitivity and caution. Low neuroticism often contributes to greater life satisfaction and psychological resilience. My connection to my connection with my results from my Big Five test. Um, Reflecting on my 5-factor model results, two traits that really stood out to me in particular was being that I really closely aligned with was being open to experiences, like to experience new things in the world. Scoring high on openness, I felt pretty accurate, especially considering how much I enjoy exploring abstract ideas, art, unconventional perspectives. As a psychology student, I'm drawn to these theories that challenge traditional thinking and make me question how people behave and why, as well as myself. I also enjoy learning about a wide range of subjects, from marine biology to personality theory, subjects that spark my curiosity and imagination, basically. Can kind of vary. I can kind of be all over the place. This trait is evident in school when I'm asked to write creative reflections or analyze human behavior from multiple perspectives. My high conscientiousness score also relates strongly with me, whether it's at work, where I'm a CNA, taking care of people, try to be really aware of what other people are feeling. I can manage assignments alongside a busy schedule and kind of take things as they come. I'm not someone who leaves things to the last minute. I like to plan ahead, definitely. Have everything set up. I always tell my patients and people around me, like, preparation is key. This trait is crucial when balancing full-time work and college coursework. It helps me stay focused and meet deadlines. On the other hand, my moderate to high neuroticism score is something I've learned to manage. I do tend to worry more than I let on, especially when things feel uncertain or more out of my control. That said, I have found that this emotional sensitivity also makes me more aware of others' struggles, more empathic, which aligns with my high level of agreeableness. I'm always striving to be kind, respectful, and cooperative, whether I'm helping someone at the job or working with them at work in a team, and kind of rallying around my coworkers. Altogether, these results provide a clearer picture of how my personality traits support my goals and how I continue to grow through greater self-awareness. Alright, pretty much coming to a close here. I would like to close with why understanding personality matters. Understanding our own personality and how we interact with others can lead to personal growth and empowerment as individuals, primarily through frameworks like the 5-factor model. It is more than just taking a test or labeling ourselves with any traits. It's really have to be really aware and honest when you take this test to get the most benefit out of it, because it's about gaining insight into how we think and how we feel and how we act the way we do. When we understand our personality, we can make better choices about our relationships and our careers and coping strategies and personal growth. It provides us with the language to describe our strengths and the self-awareness to recognize areas where we may want to improve. For me, learning about the Big Five helped me explain not only my own natural curiosity and drive, but also my emotional ups and downs, as well as my deep desire to connect with others. It reminded me that personality is not fixed. It's a foundation we can build on. So, knowing our traits really empowers growth. Whether you're high in openness or low in extroversion, self-awareness really is the first step towards becoming more aware, and through which we can find a better version of ourselves. Um, uh, Take the time to explore who you are, not just to understand yourself better, but to live a more intentionally and compassionately life with others. Thank you so much. All my references will be in the description box below. Thank you.